Tonight, a West Michigan community is in absolute shock, mourning the loss of a young brother and sister, both students at Coopersville schools. Bruce Privacky and his little sister Toni both lost their lives in an awful crash this afternoon. And tonight, friends of the two teens that died spoke with 24-Hour News 8's Crystal Hilliard.
The parking lot in school is empty right now, but just a few hours ago, it was packed with hundreds of people who came to pay their respects to the 8th and 11th grader who were killed in today's crash. Now, we were asked to keep our distance away from the vigil and away from the students, but even from back here, it was clear this community is hurting tonight. It took emergency crews nearly 3 hours to pry the Subaru from up under the school bus it rear-ended. This fatal crash happened just after 2:30 with 21 students on board.
We've got records on scene here. Once the medical examiner gets on scene, we'll be able to pull the vehicles apart and extricate the people inside.
A witness told officials the bus was at a standstill here on 56th Avenue for a few seconds with lights flashing. The Subaru, an estimated 200 feet behind, never stopped. 16-year-old Bruce Privacky, a cross-country star, and his 13-year-old sister Toni were pinned in the car. They did not survive.
It's just going to be really hard, and it's just too bad that it had to be Bruce and his little sister because they were great kids.
To think of losing a child is one of the worst things you can think about, and so I think as adults, as staff members, you know, we really look at these kids as our kids, and the fact that there's been such a loss for this family, we just express our deepest sympathy and grief for the family.
Privacky crashed just a mile from the school into the bus he and his sister typically ride home. Upset but still a little in shock, more than 100 students, parents and staff made their way to the high school tonight to say their goodbyes.
You know, you're just going to expect him to be there, and it's not going to be. Like, you know, I'm going to be going into the gym, and I'm going to be waiting for him to be there, you know, be singing with us, and it's not going to be. It's tough.
I just want to tell his parents that Bruce was a great kid and they raised him well, and he's going to be really missed, and I want to thank him for letting him go to Coopersville because now we got a chance to meet a great kid.
The Grand Rapids Press is reporting that when the two teens did not return home, their mother went looking for them. As she retraced their route home from school, she stumbled across the scene of the crash. Also tonight, the superintendent is telling us grief counselors will be on hand at the schools. We're also getting word that a lot of the students are going to be wearing white in honor of the Privackys. In Coopersville tonight, Crystal Hilliard, 24-Hour News 8.